Hey Geeks! It's time for another Doctor Who review. This time we're reviewing Doctor Who Series 10, Episode 2, titled Smile.
And if you haven't seen this episode yet and you want to avoid any spoilers, you're going to want to skip this video and come back later because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler.
Okay, can I just say the emoji bots were adorable and terrifying. Oh my god, those things were scary as hell.
Yeah, they were, but they were awesome.
They were really, really cool. And I like that the building was made up of micro robots.
Yeah.
That was really cool. So anytime they got summoned, just a hunk of a building would come off and it was the robots.
Yeah.
That was equally, like, the building was turning people into mulch.
Yeah.
That's scary.
And Bill as a companion is awesome. Like, she's just continuously having her mind blown by just the littlest things that kind of the other companions didn't really go through.
I feel like previous companions kind of like got on a roll and like really fast.
Yeah.
Like they just kind of became accustomed to, oh, this is the Doctor and this is what he does. And Bill, it's like she's taken aback by the situation. And I feel like she appreciates it more maybe than previous companions have. Yeah. And I really like that about her.
Yeah. I like that the Doctor goes off on his rants and she's like stuck on something he mentioned like 5 sentences ago.
Yeah.
Like the heart, she's like, 2 hearts. Like he just did a whole rant on how the robots were sent here to colonize and the colony ship was on its way. 2 hearts. Yeah. Like she missed all of it.
And I do feel like that the reason we're getting that vibe from Bill, like she really appreciates being with the Doctor and she's just having an absolute ball and she's interested in everything. And I think the reason that she's being written that way is because they're trying to make this series more friendly toward first-time viewers, to new Whovians.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really smart move.
Yeah.
So the Doctor, he goes through this big, huge rant. He thinks he's figured everything out, but no, he hasn't figured it all out. There's not a colony ship on the way. It's already there, and the colonists, because they broke into the ship, are waking up. And so a whole new problem arises, because when he tells them what happened, they're ready to go to war.
Yeah, they don't handle it like he thought they would.
First of all, I really don't think they actually listened to what he was saying. Because he's like, look, if you go out there and you're unhappy, you're going to get massacred. And they're like, let's go kill them all. And I'm like, no!
They're literally the building!
It's exactly the wrong move.
And what I really liked was that in the end, the emoji bots weren't mean. They weren't evil. They just had a misunderstanding in their programming, and they were actually so advanced they were now a new, like, sentient being, which was really cool.
And there's a really old like pulp science fiction short story, like a long form short story, and I can't remember the name of it, but this episode reminded me a lot of that. And it was like basically people had their own personal like android chauffeurs or butlers or whatever, and their mission was to make sure that you stayed happy. And they would make you miserable to make sure that you were happy. And so people were constantly just like sitting on their couches going, isn't this great? Just to make sure that their own personal androids would leave them the F alone. There are 2 more things I want to talk about in this episode, and I think it's something that we should look out for in future episodes. The first one is the Vault. Something is major going on with the Vault, that he has promised that he won't leave Earth because he has to guard the Vault. And the other thing is memory wipes. This is the 2nd episode in a row now where they've talked about memory wipes. They talked about it in the first episode where the Doctor said he's going to wipe Bill's memory, and then he changes his mind because she's like, well, how would you feel if that happened to you? And he's like, yeah, that would really suck. And so he doesn't do it. And in this episode, he wiped the emoji bot memories.
Yes.
So it seems like memory alteration or memory wiping might be a theme through this season, and I'm wondering where that's going to lead.
Yeah.
Overall, I really, really enjoyed this episode. I loved the emoji bots as not really monster of the week, but really kind of threat of the week. Because at the end of the day, they weren't
monsters.
They weren't
just
monsters.
Misunderstood grief.
Yeah. So I really like this. Is one I think I'm probably going to rewatch. I really, really enjoyed it quite a bit. I would love to know what you think, so whether you loved it, whether you hated it, whatever your feelings were for this episode, let us know down in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video, you can tell us by dropping a like on it, and if you'd like to help us grow our channel, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video on Facebook or Twitter.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.